Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'll be walking you through on how to sew this circle dress with this lovely circle design sleeve. I have done video on how to cut this dress in my last tutorial. You can check it up in case you've been needing it in cutting your circle dress. So kindly help me like this video, and if this is your first time on my channel, kindly help me subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I drop amazing content like this one. Thank you. So the first thing I'll be doing is to cut out facing for both the front and the back. So I'll just separate the back from the front and then fold my remaining fabric. After folding my remaining fabric, then I'll place my front on it to cut out the facing. This is it after cutting out the front facing. So I'll just put my front aside and then move to my back parts. So I'll be cutting out the facing for the back part too. This is the back part after cutting it. So I'll be cutting stay for the facing. I'll fold my stay into two just as I folded my remaining fabric to cut out the facing. So I'll be showing you. So after folding it like this, then I'll cut it out just as I cut out the facing for the clothes. This is it after cutting out the stay. So I'll be placing the stay on the wrong part of the facing and then go ahead to iron both the front facing and also the back facing. I've gone ahead to iron it, and this is it after I have ironed it. I'll be putting my back facing aside and then pick up my front parts. So I'll be picking up the facing and then place it on my front parts. Then I'll use my office pin to hold it down like this. I'll be placing the facing on the back too, just as I did at the front. So I'll be putting a loop at the back of the dress. I opened up the back so I'll be able to wear it freely. So I'll just use this small fabric to cut out a loop. So I'll just cut it out like this. So if you want to sew it, you just fold it like I did like this. You fold it like that and then sew it. Then after doing that, you just put it on one side of the cloth rather. So you just put it on one side of the cloth and then you place the facing on top of the cloth like this. So I'll just pin down the facing. For the back side of the dress that was shorter, I already cut out the fabric to complete it. You will need to watch the tutorial on how I cut this dress so you can understand this part that was short. I'll just place the fabric I cut out in completing it on top of the clothes like this and then sew it with half an inch. So I'll take it to the machine to sew. I'll sew the facing too, and also I'll sew the facing of the front part too. So I'll just take them to the machine to sew. So this is it after sewing the facing on the dress. This is the loop side I was showing you earlier, and also I top stitched it after sewing. And then I've already gummed down the facing on the main fabric. I used my hemming gum to gum it down like this. And also this is the shorter side of the cloth that I went ahead to sew. As you can see, it's not really showing that I sewed that side. And then this is the front part of the cloth. I've also gone ahead to sew the front part too. And also I've gone ahead to iron it down. I used my hemming gum to gum down the facing on the main fabric. After that, the next thing I'll be doing is to take the sides measurements. So I'll be placing my back parts on my front side like this. So I'll make sure the shoulder part of the clothes is aligned with each other. I'll make sure they are both aligned with each other like this, and then I'll use my office pin to hold down the shoulder parts like this. This dress will be having pockets at both sides of the clothes, so I'll just arrange my fabric well like this to take my side measurements. So I'll be using 1 inch for the sewing allowance of the side. I'll just mark out 1 inch like this, and then I'll mark 10 inches for the length of where I want my pocket to start from. I'll mark 10 inches from my armhole like this, and then I'll leave 6 inches in between for the opening of the pockets. So from there I'll also mark down the 1 inches all the way to the length of my dress. So I'll be doing the same thing for the other side of the clothes. I'll go ahead to sew it down like this. I'll take it to the machine to sew both sides down. like that. And then I'll also sew the shoulder part of the cloth too. So this is how it came out after I was done sewing it. I'll just open up my fabric like this. So the 6 inches which I left, so this is the opening like this. So the next thing we'll be doing is to fix our pocket side. So for my pockets, I'll be using length 13 inches for my pocket length, and then I'll be using width 7 inches. The same measurement which I used for this side of this pocket was what I used for the other side of the pocket too. So the next thing we'll be doing is to open up our pockets like this, and then that side that I open up with 6 inches, I'll just open it up like this. So one side of the pockets, I'll place it on one side of the opening like this, and then use my pin to just pin it down. After pinning down this side like this, I'll just open up the other side of the 6 inches to like this, and then pick up the other side of my pockets to also pin it down with that side. So I'll pin it down like this too. So after pinning it like this, I'll just take it to the machine. I'll just sew 1 inches like that, and then the same thing I did at this side, I'll be doing the same thing at the other side of the clothes, and then take it to the machine to sew. So this is it after sewing it. So this is one side of the pocket like this, as you can see. So this is it, the other side too. So I'll just be turning the back into the front side like this, as you can see. So this is the side of the pocket like this, both side of the pockets. I'll be putting this side aside and then work on the sleeves. So I'll be using this veil net to design the down part of my sleeves like this. So I'll just put my sleeves aside like this and then work on the veil net. So I'll just open up my veil net like this. Make sure you arrange it well, and then take my tape rule to measure whatever I have on the veil net. So I have 28 inches on the veil net like this. So after measuring it like that, I'll fold it into two like this. I'll arrange it well, and then fold it again. Then I'll arrange it well. So I'll just cut the upper part of it like this so it can give me a straight line. So for the length of the veil net I used in the picture I'm showing, I used 1.5 inches, and then I added extra half inches for the sewing allowance. So I'll just cut it out like this. So I'll be cutting 4 of these veil nets. So 2 will be for the one side of the sleeve, and another 2 will be for the other side of the sleeve. I'll be gathering it on the sleeves. I'm cutting out 28 inches too for each hand of the cloth because I want it to be full. I want the gathers to be full, but you can use that 28 inches if you don't want your gathers to be really full like that. But I wanted it to be full, so I had to cut out 2 for each hand. This is it after cutting them out. So 2 for one side of the sleeve and another 2 veil nets for one side of the sleeve. So I'll just open 2 of the veil knot up like this because I'll be joining it first before sewing it on top of the sleeves. So I'll pick up the sleeve and then open it up to show you how I'll be gathering the veil net on it. So I'll place the veil net on it like this, and then I'll be using my hand to gather it on it like this. As I am gathering it, I'll be sewing it on top of the machine. So I'll be doing the same thing for the second hand too. I'll gather it and then sew it. So I'll take it to the machine to sew. And this is the outcome of it after I was done doing it. As you can see how it is, how it came out. So I'll just fold the sleeve like this. I'll just fold it into 2 like this, and then I'll take my armhole measurements. So I'll be taking my sleeves round. So for my sleeve I'll be using 7 inches. So I'll just mark the 7 inches there like this, and then connect the line all the way to my sleeve length like this. So I'll do the same thing for the other sleeve too, and then I'll take it to the machine to sew. So this is it after I was done joining the 2 sides of the sleeve. As you can see, it came out very nice. So I'll be picking up my body to be able to join the sleeves together with the body. So I'll pick one side of the sleeve and then I'll use my office pin to hold the two joining together like this. I'll hold the two sides together, and then I'll be doing the same thing all the way around the sleeves. So the same thing I did for this side of this, and I'll be doing exactly the same thing at the other side of the sleeves too. So I'll also be folding the down part of the dress, so I'll fold it like this into two. I'll fold it like this, so I'll take it to the machine to sew. And this is how it also came out after I was done joining the sleeves. As you can see, so this is the sleeves part. I've joined this first part. I did the same thing on the other side of the hand too. I've joined it. It came out so nice, and I've also folded the down part too. And also I've gone ahead to fix my button on the loop side. I've gone ahead to fix the button, and here we've come to the end of this tutorial. Kindly help me like this video, help me subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I drop more amazing contents like this one. Thanks for the support. Thanks for always watching my video. Thanks for everything you've been doing. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.